going on? It's Ben here. I am back again today doing another video. The subject of today's video is going to be one of a couple here that I'm going to be doing on the NBA trade deadline. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of the major trades that went down yesterday and talking about how they impact the teams that were involved in the trade and how the players can contribute to the teams that they're on. So I figured we can start off with Marcus Morris to the Los Angeles Clippers, and really the Knicks got basically nothing for him. I think it was like a second round pick or something. Mo Harkless and a pick. Mo Harkless and a first round pick, I should say. Mo Harkless is not an impact player whatsoever, in my opinion, and the first round pick will be really late in the first round, so I don't see it being that valuable. So really, I'm not going to be focusing much on the Knicks in this video, more so on the Clippers. Um, but yeah, that's honestly not a terrible haul for Marcus Morris, who I think is only on like a 2-year deal with an option for the second year. So basically, the Knicks they got a first round pick for signing Marcus Morris in the offseason. That's essentially how I see it. Mo Harkless is optimistically like a backup power forward. Okay, but on to the Clippers and Marcus Morris. So this year he's having the best year of his career. He's averaging 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. He's shooting 44% from the field and 44% from three, which is by far his career best. Um, and he is a guy who I think will add a lot to this team in that he has a lot of size. He's 6'8", 230, 240 in there. He's pretty strong though, and he's got a big build to him. He's wide. He can defend a lot of different positions too. He can defend small forwards, power forwards. He can play small ball center if you really need him to. Um, that's something I like a lot because I think what the Clippers needed was a guy who can play in the post more because I really don't like the Kawhi Leonard or Paul George playing the power forward position. I don't think it's optimistically how this team operates, and so I really like this because I think the death lineup for this team now, in my opinion, is Harrell at the 5, Morris at the 4, Kawhi at the 3, PG at the 2, and Lou Williams at the 1, or if they really need the defense, Patrick Beverley at the 1. But Patrick Beverley on the bench too during crunch time. Um, that is the death lineup, though, in my opinion. That is the lineup that should be closing games. Marcus Morris will definitely be not maintaining his average of 20 points per game on the Clippers. I think for his career, he averages 12 points a game, and last year with Boston, he averaged 14. Year before that with Boston, he averaged 14. That's really where I would expect him to be in the range of like 13 to 14 points per game and around 4 to 5 rebounds. If we look at the Clippers this year, Kawhi's averaging 27, PG's averaging 23, Lou Will and Montrezl Harrell are both averaging 19, and Shamet's averaging 10. As far as shots per game, I think his shots per game will go down quite a bit. Right now, he's getting 15 per game. I would guess that he'll probably get around like probably 10 per game now, I'd say. So less opportunities, but hopefully he actually becomes a little bit more efficient because he won't have to create as much for himself. Um, but actually, this year he's right in line with like his career average of around 43 to 44% from the field. But hopefully he can maintain the good 3-point shooting, and I think that he will based on the Clippers having a pretty spaced out offense already. Um, so the thing that I'm hesitant on still with the Clippers is that they didn't get like a true center, which is I think something that they were lacking and that they didn't really improve on. And they have kind of this quandary at center right now. They have Zubac, who is a decent offensive player, but defensively he's really slow, and on switches he can't really keep up with a smaller player who he gets switched onto. So he's basically a pretty big liability on defense. And Montrezl Harrell is similarly a liability on defense. Not that he is bad, but he's 6'8" and trying to play center in the NBA, which can be problematic. I think what they really needed at the deadline was more of a 6'11" guy who can be athletic and play center, and there aren't a ton of those around, but really Tristan Thompson would have been a really good pickup for them. And I'm not saying that the the Marcus Morris pickup was bad. It was a really good one, but if they could have somehow swung a deal, maybe traded JaMychal Green and another first round pick for Tristan Thompson, that's really what I would have tried to do as well, because I feel like they definitely improved, but I feel like they shored up something that they already have rather than addressing a weak point, if that makes sense. Like they already had good athletic uh, scoring wings, and what they really needed was like a center. And Marcus Morris can play a little bit of small ball center, but he isn't a center by trade. So did they improve? Yes, but did they address their weaknesses? No. So where does that leave them? It leaves them improved but still vulnerable, and I don't think that this is like a unstoppable team or anything like that. I think they still have their defined weaknesses, which is um, interior defense. If you have a guy that can post up and score, a la Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, um, you're gonna struggle if you're the Clippers, and that might not seem like a big deal, but with in the playoffs, they're gonna face teams potentially like Utah. Dallas has Porzingis, who's 7'2" and can doesn't post up very often, but in a matchup where the guy guarding him is 6'7", he might be. Anthony Davis could be down the line against the Lakers. Jokic in Denver. So um, I think I keep reiterating it, but they still didn't solve that interior defense problem. But they got a lot more depth on the wing, and I do like him at the power forward rather than Kawhi, because I feel like Kawhi is undersized to be trying to play there. And so overall, I like the move, and I'm excited to see what the Clippers do in the remainder of the season. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.